I almost forgot to cover the subject of the subwoofer, so I guess this is part 4 now, I'm not sure. So let's talk subwoofers. Now, subwoofers, location, location, location. We know that low frequency energy is hard to get right in a room. It's the most difficult aspect to get good sounding bass within a room. It's quite a technical subject. I'm very interested in it. I've read a lot of over the years, Master Handbook of Acoustics, you know, internet research, first-hand experience, and all that kind of stuff. Very difficult. Placing your subwoofer in the proper location is key to having good sound. This situation, because it's a restaurant, it's a little bit different. We can't afford that luxury. The subwoofers are going to go in a place, I know people are going to say, that's the worst possible place you're putting them in. But unfortunately, because it's a restaurant and it's not a home theater in your house where you can move the subwoofer around, you know, use software like Room EQ Wizard to dial in the frequency response to the room. We don't have that luxury here, so the subwoofers again are going in a place that's not optimal. It's more based on aesthetics and having them out of the way. The owner has also told me that he doesn't want to be able to see the subwoofers, so that makes it more of a challenge. And also in terms of sounds, will negatively impact the sound. They're still going to sound good. We have tools like parametric EQ, which I will use the MTX editor, the Yamaha software for the MTX processor. I will use that software to EQ the bass and make it sound better to account for the subwoofers not being in a good location. So, where's that location going to be? Well, let me show you. Let's look at this one first. Basically, they're going to be in the corners. Yeah, I know, that's the worst spot. Well, that's where they got to go. So having them in the corner will cause the bass to be exaggerated. It'll make it seem like there's more bass, and there will be more bass. I understand that the bass will be quote unquote muddy. That boominess is not necessarily desirable, but again, I'll use EQ to help me achieve better sounding bass within the room. So this is where one of the subs is going to go. It's going to be mounted high up in the corner. And this is where the other subwoofer is going to go. So they'll be sort of diagonal to each other, which I think is a good place to put them. So basically what I'll do, since these are powered speakers, I'll have the electrician put a box somewhere here. And I'm basically going to build like a cubby for the speaker. So it'll be its own little room. The room will be as small as possible, barely the size of the speaker, so that the room, so that the speaker is essentially still part of the room. I would not want to put it in this space up here because it sort of defeats the purpose. So it's going to be a small, self-contained room that's no bigger than it has to be, so that the speaker is still an integral part of the room. And then I will build a sort of like a speaker grill that will mount to the wall to hide the speaker. So the speaker will sit in a little recessed cubby, not much larger than the speaker itself, with the speaker grill over it to disguise or hide the fact that there's actually a subwoofer there. Again, it's not optimal, but this is what the owner has requested, and this is what we're facing in installations in places like restaurants. So I guess that's it. As soon as I get the little room built, electrical run to it, I'll talk more about how I'm building that. I will document the building of those little rooms for the subwoofers. I just wanted to let everybody know that's what the plan was for the subs. Alright, well, thanks for watching, and stay tuned for more progress.